This is what in ancient Greek times was called the Street of the Tripods. It was a fairly busy thoroughfare back then, and today its main value, apart from the lovely houses, is that it's the main approach to the heart of old Athens called Plaka. Plaka isn't only a nighttime magnet. As you can see, care has been taken to keep these buildings pretty much as they were built in the 19th century. There's a lot of history preserved out here. The name Plaka is Albanian in origin. It originally meant grandmother. That's because in the 19th century, a lot of Albanians settled around here. And so you can imagine a little old Albanian lady with her little yard and house and cat. How could she know that many, many years later, she'd give her name to this whole district? And of course you can't leave Athens without at least a couple of meals in a taverna such as this one. It's not just the food, it's also the atmosphere of sheer welcoming informality that counts for just as much. Okay, so we've stuffed ourselves at local tavernas. What else is there? Well, for those of you who like archaeological mysteries, here's one right behind us. This is the so-called Tower of the Winds, built in the 2nd century BC. It was probably an experimental hydraulic clock and wind direction indicator. Now, why a hydraulic clock? Well, remember, back in those days, the only way of telling time was through a sundial. But what about days when it was cloudy or at night? So they invented this kind of very complicated hydraulic clock. And if you look inside, which we can't do right now, you'll see a lot of channels and pipes and a lot of indications of complicated machinery. It seems to have worked for at least 200 years. And those figures on top are the sculpted symbolic figures of the 8 winds.